how to fix your front and rear lights on the Mid-drive MarioBike Bird to come on together just by pressing the button on the display. On and off and on and off, and I will show you how. First of all, you have to turn the MarioBike upside down so you can get to work on removing the plastic motor protecting guard. There are 5 bolts in total holding it. The 4 obvious ones that you can see, which can be removed with a Allen key or hexagon key, but then there's this 5th one just here, which requires a Torx screwdriver bit to unscrew it. So when you've undone all of those 5, this part will come off easily. Then you need to remove the plastic cover, which is held on by 1, 2, 3, 4 Torx bolts. And once you've done that, you can then unbolt the 3 bolts which go through the frame, which holds the motor in place. The next thing I would suggest is, when you've done that, when you've removed them, is to actually rope the motor back to the frame so that when you put the bike up the correct way, the motor doesn't fall away from the frame. The next step is to find a place where you can get the bike so that it's in a position with this part of the frame tube so it runs vertically. Luckily, I've got a low wall outside my house. When you have the bike in this position, loosen the ropes holding the motor so that you can get your hand inside the motor compartment to take hold of the end of the wire, which you're going to be feeding down the frame tube. When you've done that, you need a piece of very thin wire, and I used brake cable inner wire, which you have to feed this wire down through this hole into the tube and gently pushing it down each time until it comes right out at the bottom in the now open area where the motor would be. When you come to join the inner brake cable to the lighting cable, make sure you have a fairly good long overhang of both, and I've also tapered the end of the lighting cable so that as it goes down through the tube it won't catch on anything, and then slide up a piece of heat shrink tube over that long length. I'm pulling quite hard here now and it's not moving, so it's a good strong bond. When I pulled the cable through from the motor housing, I fed it through the back, that's that one there, and gave it a very sharp turn to go up to behind the seat post. You can just see the cable in there where my finger is, and as I say, I gave it a sharp turn up here. This is where the lighting cable I bought meets the lamp cable, and I've soldered the joins together and used some heat shrink tube to protect all the wires inside. And then there's the lamp above, and I've mounted it onto the seat post seat tube, whatever you call it, with that bracket that is in the link from eBay. This was the original link to the front light here, which I separated, and in this little tangle of cables is a Y-shaped splitter which feeds round and joins up now with the lighting cable, and on and off. And that's all I'm doing, just pressing the button on the display. Job done.